prepare to race onto the field. Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
What's up, guys? Dane Davis here. Shout out to Boogie Bentley Dauber and the Indy Kid over at Talkin VAWLS Network on YouTube. VAWLS fans, head over to their YouTube channel, Talkin VAWLS Network. Smash that like button and subscribe, baby. Go Big Orange.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, and the VAWLS have just added another commit to the class of 22. Three-star wide receiver Marquarius Squirrel White is in the boat. We'll take a look at his film. We'll also look at why he chose to come to the University of Tennessee. But as always, guys, do me a favor. Drop down just below the video. Just press that little thumbs up button. It helps the channel, plays into the analytics. I would be very appreciative of that. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're just three guys that love Tennessee athletics. We are fans just like you. We don't pretend to be experts or insiders. Like I said, we're just fans. We love Tennessee athletics. So if you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop new content. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. There's the profile from 24/7 Sports. Again, Marquarius Squirrel White, 5'10", 155 pounds, three-star wide receiver out of the state of Alabama, 68th ranked wide receiver in the country. He's the 21st ranked player in the state of Alabama. He did pick up 19 offers. Some of the names on that list are Auburn, Alabama, Michigan, and some others, but it all came down to Tennessee and Louisville. Let me get some highlights, some film up on the screen here. You guys can take a look at that as I kind of run through what he brings to the table for Tennessee. This recruitment, it came down to the end. It was between Tennessee and Louisville. He's one of the kids that, you know, back in the spring, they were doing the virtual tours because of COVID and all that stuff. And I saw in an interview where he said that, you know, he did multiple schools that offered these virtual tours of the campus and the facilities. But he said that the presentation that Tennessee put together was just on another level. He also took several visits once things opened back up in June. He visited with Virginia Tech and Louisville, but the VAWLS got the most important visit, and that's the final one, which was on June the 25th. When asked about that visit, he told VolQuest.com, he said, "It was cool. I liked the visit." He said, "I really liked the photo shoot a lot." I'll come back to that in a minute. He says, "I like the coaches as well and the football players. They're all just like brothers." Again, it just goes back to that family atmosphere that Josh Heupel is creating. It's authentic. People see it for what it is. It's the real deal. Said, "I really like Coach Hype a lot. The whole coaching staff really just stood out for me. He's a great coach." Now, I want to go back to the point. He made about the photo shoot. It's just funny to me that he mentions that because when I made the video a few days ago, maybe last week, with the potential of adding alternate uniforms, it triggers a lot of people. And I knew that when I made the video. It got so many thumbs down. I don't think people understand how that works, but that's another story for another day. Got so many thumbs down because people don't like alternate uniforms. They scream and they yell and they talk about orange and white only. They say Boogie tradition matters. Orange and white is tradition. That's all that matters. No, you're wrong. What matters is being able to recruit kids to the University of Tennessee. And if that takes black uniforms or gray uniforms, whatever it takes, let's do it. Some of you guys say, does it really matter? I mean, does it really matter? Yes, clearly it does. You have a kid openly admitting when asked about his visit that one of his favorite parts was the photo shoot with the different uniforms. So it does matter to these kids, so it should matter to us. Let's get it done. Shouldn't even be up for debate at this point. I don't care if they want black, gray, whatever it takes. That was a little bit of a tangent. I apologize. Let's get back into talking about White and what he brings to the table. He was relatively an unknown prospect heading into his junior season, which you're seeing the highlights from his junior season below. But heading into that season, he was kind of an unknown guy, but he was able to generate some buzz. He grabbed 44 catches, 877 yards, and 13 touchdowns. Also returned a kickoff for a touchdown. He's also a guy they move around a lot. You know, they play him at wide receiver. They'll use him in the slot. He returns kicks. They also have lined him up at running back at times. So he is versatile. He brings a lot to the table for the University of Tennessee. He's a dual sport athlete. He runs the 100 and 200 meter dashes, as well as the 4x100 relay. So he's a track guy. He's a speedster. He's been timed in the 100 meters at 10.68 seconds. And he also claims, so I don't know if this is unofficial. I don't know who clocked this, but he claims that he's ran a 4.3740. So Tennessee has a speedster on their hands. They look to use him in the slot as a slot receiver. And I think he just fits the mold. I think he fits the mold for this Josh Heupel offense, for what Josh Heupel wants to do. He'll obviously need to add some weight. I think he'll be able to do that as a senior in high school, but then also, you know, once he transitions to college, guys always seem to bulk up, put on a little weight, but he is a little small, especially for that slot receiver position. So hopefully he can bulk up a little bit. I told you guys that July was going to be a big month. We were going to see some recruits coming in. We are starting to see that. I don't have him added on the list here, but when you look at the list of guys, again, look at a guy like Dylan Sampson. 3-star running back, but I think he fits the mold. And I think the same is said for Squirrel White. I think he fits perfectly into this system. Taven Jackson at quarterback. I think Josh Heupel is putting the pieces of the puzzle together for what he wants to do on offense. Again, the last video I made a couple videos ago on Taven Jackson, kind of talking about, would the defense be able to do the same? Obviously, you've got Snead there in the mix, Jordan Phillips at defensive tackle, Elijah Herring committed at linebacker. There are some guys in place there. But when you look at the offensive pieces that Josh Heupel has put together, I start to get excited about his recruiting. It's going to come down to several guys. I've talked about it multiple times on the channel. A guy like Addison Nichols, you have to land. You have to land. Somebody with so many connections to the University of Tennessee. He would be a key piece on the offensive line. But then the two names that I continue to throw around again at wide receiver, Isaiah Horton and Cam Miller. Can he get those two guys in addition to Squirrel White and then Taven Jackson at quarterback? I start to get excited about the future of this offense. Another key name, I don't know that this is going to pan out for Tennessee, but Branson Robinson, 5-star running back, will be making his announcement on July the 22nd. Now, where does Tennessee fit in that? I don't know. I think they made some progress. I think he's a Georgia lean, but Tennessee is in the mix. We hear that a lot, especially over the last few years. Tennessee is in the mix for some of these game changers. We have to start being able to land some of these and not just be in the mix. But I'll keep you guys updated on that. Again, getting ready to play a lot of golf over the next 4 days, so I don't know how much content I'll be able to put up, but we will keep you covered as much as possible. If you haven't done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, you can pick up the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Just go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. We've got several different t-shirt designs available. You can see them there. They're available in different colors, different sizes, different styles, all that. Go check out the merchandise. We greatly appreciate any and all the support you guys give us. It's just unbelievable, unbelievable. And we are, I know I say it, and maybe it gets old, but we are just very appreciative for the support that you guys show this channel. The way it's grown over the last 6 to 8 months has just been absolutely ridiculous. So thank you. And like I said, I sincerely mean that, and maybe it gets old me saying it, but it's the truth. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
How